a little bit more. Michael Keaton's going to be in it, right? They built anticipation. The internet, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, you can do that, and you don't have to have the multi-billion-dollar budget
platform
to do those things.
Oh, and especially on Facebook, or actually across all social platforms now, you can build out that cover image. And as we call it, that is your billboard on your profile, on your pages, to start building that anticipation. I love those ideas.
Yeah, and even selling over, and now I've done it over Facebook a lot. I'm just starting the LinkedIn side of life, but I've been doing it for Facebook for a while. You can literally get some very inexpensive advertising, but if you don't have a key place to send them, if you don't have a good system, you got this sales deal, and you're going to lose all those people that are not that 80%. You lose, and that's crazy. That's why this sales funnel was created.
Well, you've mentioned different tools, products. Are there some specific tools that one needs to build a funnel, and what are some of those tools that you use that you would recommend?
There are, well, first of all, you need to have a website, okay? And all the websites that I deal with are always WordPress websites. It's the ones I'm familiar with. There are other tools that you can use once you have a website to build the specific page builders. There are lead pages, there's ClickFunnels, but things can range from like $90 a month to $300 a month to $10,000 a month.
They do. The big brands that you mentioned are pricey, yes.
Yeah. So I use something called InstaBuilder 2.0. You can get it for less than $100.
A one-time purchase?
A one-time purchase, less than $100.
I like that.
Wow.
But if you don't have the technical skills to put it together, you are creating the sales funnel that is the magnet that repels. So just remember that. I mean, that's the technical aspect to put it together. You still have to know how to do the copy, how to develop your customer profile. Those are some of the things that you still need to do. But the technical tools, honestly, and of course you need an autoresponder like Constant Contact, and there are many others out there that range as well, MailChimp and other ones, and they range in price as well. I mean, I know some of them, if I'm not mistaken,
Infusionsoft is a the granddaddy and the steroid with the ones with steroids, I say, and it's an awesome tool, but it can be very expensive for a small business.
Yeah. Well, think about it. There's a difference between a Hyundai and a Rolls Royce. They're both cars.
I mean, they're all great.
They both have wheels.
They both have wheels and an engine.
But doesn't that go back where you really have to know what your intention is and how you want this funnel to really map out for you?
Well, that is definitely a key component of it, but it's more than that. It's also, if my average client is only going to pay me, $500 a month, and I can only handle so many clients, and I'm paying $1,000 a month for Infusionsoft, it eventually doesn't pay for itself. You have to work with what works for you. You got to find your budget, and Infusionsoft is a great program, and a lot of the big deals use them. But a lot of the smaller companies, they can't use that. So,
and that's why we actually have partnered with Constant Contact, because it has that price range for the small business, and it's a great starter point, and they are constantly as evolving and adding new features. And I like to say they're staying on that cutting and bleeding edge. So definitely has a great autoresponder now that we are tapping our clients into.
And I know, right, because we're starting to build some stuff for you guys,
are.
so it's kind of cool. So having the tools, you have to have a website. WordPress is what I use. You have to have the software, which would be the InstaBuilder. You have to have an autoresponder. And then one of the other technical tools you really need to know is how to write copy. Because if you're not writing good copy and it's all about you, most websites that I read have I problems. I do this, I do that, I. Right? It doesn't work.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah, we have to start to do benefit-based language. We have to start to, again, because nobody cares about us. They care about what we can do for them. And that's what we do.
Yeah, that's why I say, try to make it client-focused. That's why I tell people when they write their LinkedIn profile, it's the very same concept, similar concept. Don't make it all about you. Make it client-focused so that they know exactly how you can assist them and serve them. So great ideas.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing, but it also shows that you care about them.
Yep.
It gives them a sense of belonging, a sense of that you really do care, and I know in your case you really do care on that side of it. But it's that first impression that it gets to you. It's like a warm hug when you just need one.
I like that.
On laying that out there. But tell me a little bit more about the shopping cart that you're using, and why did you choose it?
Well, I'll tell you what. There's when you mention the shopping cart and how to take purchases, because that's the end result that we want, is they have to have a payment program. So what?
Yeah, we're all in business, right? It's all about making money. And my method of payment, it depends on the event, right? Because if I'm out speaking, and matter of fact, we just booked one this morning. Lady found my funnel, saw what it was, emailed me. I'm available on the date. I gave her a phone call, told her I'm available, sent over the deposit, because everything I do, I work on a deposit. I use PayPal. It's been around. It works really, really easy. The commissions aren't that bad. But now, if I'm standing in the seminar, if I'm standing in the room and I do my presentation, and the people come up and they want the products that I have in the back of the room, I'm not sending them to Facebook. I'm not sending them to PayPal.
Right.
I have something called Square that I plug right into my phone. It's a credit card slider, and it transactions my e-business right there.
Yep.
And so
Great tool.
depends on what your business is doing, what your method is. I like PayPal because it instantly moves things to where I need them to move, and I don't have to be in the same room. But if I am in the same room, PayPal, although it's great, if you have slower internet connections, things can be a little tough. So I use this Square method, and it's a slide and go, and the money moves right away. So I like it.
Cheri's been using Square for a while.
Oh, yeah. I was introduced to it about 4 or 5 years ago, and I thought, oh, wow, this is genius. The only glitch I have every once in a while is if we're at a trade show and you're in a hotel. Sometimes the internet is not savvy. But, it is so easy for a business owner to make money while they're sleeping.
Well, that's another reason that I do like the PayPal. Because if somebody gets on my site, and I was just telling this story to somebody not too long ago. As you know, I travel, and I left Florida. I landed in Atlanta, and I had a request on my system, and it was a speaking engagement. They wanted me to do a show, and I looked at my calendar. I was available for the date, and I wrote back I was available. This is the fee, and this is the deposit, and here's the link, and I stayed in Atlanta. I got out of Atlanta, flew to Minnesota. When I landed in Minnesota, I had a PayPal thing that says, you've got money in your bank account.
Love it.
Right?
It's a nice feeling.
I've woken up to money in my bank account. We call that productive sleep. Right? So there's nothing in the world like making money while you sleep. So
well, and with all the tools that are available now, and with this ultimate funnel system that you've shared today with our listeners, it just goes to show you that you can do it, but you have to have a product.
Yes.
Definitely.
Or a service.
Or a service, a product or a service that you can then put through this process and have individuals actually opt in to hear more from you, learn more from you, build that relationship. So how can you assist someone that the automation to me is a key factor for small businesses, because we just don't have the time to do everything we need to do. Also, building a funnel system. I have no clue how to do it, but you do. So how can someone hire you to help them?
Well, that's really easy. It's we have a website, focusorfailure.com, and folks come in there, and we actually, it works in a multi-step process. You call in, tell us you're interested. We set up a time. We actually do an interview with you to develop your target customer. We will develop your value proposition statement, show people why they should do business with you over anybody else. We do all the technical aspects. The interview could last probably about an hour. Once we have all the information we need, if you want any pictures or videos or anything like that, we pop those up onto the website. And usually in 3 to 5 days, you have a functioning funnel that doesn't take you any time. This is what we do, and we do this on a regular basis, so it makes it very easy for you.
Genius. And I love that idea of having somebody do it for me.
I like the very easy, which is, hi, Scott, what are you doing today? I got something for you to do.
Well, we all have strengths, right? And my strengths are
Yes.
systems. I have a brother who does HVAC work, and he's really good. And when my air conditioner breaks, you won't see me out there with a hammer and a wrench or anything else that you might think you'd need to fix HVAC, because that ain't my thing. But I was at his house last night. He invited us over for dinner, and my goddaughter is over, and she had questions because something came up with taxes, and my brother was just like, go see your uncle, right? Because my brother, we all have to know what our strengths are.
Yes.
And if you've ever read the book, The E-Myth by Michael Gerber, one of the lines in that book that just resonates for so many businesses I see, most small to medium-sized businesses are started by a technician that had an entrepreneurial seizure. We're real good at what we do, but we don't know all the other stuff. And then we get scared, well, I don't have the money to do it, so I'll try and do it myself. And then it costs you money. When you have an expert do it at a reasonable price, it makes you money. It's called an investment.
We've experienced that over the years. We've been in business how long, Richard? 98?
98. Been there a while.
I remember when I finally...
right, done a few things wrong.
Well, I remember when I came home, when I met you, I think you came as a guest to one of my lead groups that I was in. And I came on and told Richard, I found us an accountant. You don't have to do those numbers anymore. And thank goodness I don't either, because we have an accountant now. So I was like so excited to introduce you two together, because the rest is history. We're great friends, and I like to say, a select client now of Scott Burrell's.
Because, as you know, I no longer take on any new clients to do that, because my speaking takes me all over the United States, and I just deal with those clients because I can do the other stuff. I believe I help more people standing in front of a room, helping them build their better business, than sitting behind a desk and watching the businesses that I can handle. I can help more people, and that's my why.
Love that. Well, how can someone experience a funnel that you've put together to receive something from you?
Well,
I think you have an offer, because I know we did twist your arm a little bit, didn't we?
We think we have an offer, right?
Well, I could say that Scott was lacking sleep when he came in here, so we twisted his arm and said, "What offer do you have for our audience today, Scott?"
Well, yeah, I know. Sleep deprivation, it makes me make poor decisions. But here's what we do. As I shared with you, one of the things that we do is we have the ideal client profile. Folks call in. It's $99 just for me to go through this interview with people, to do this on a regular basis. And Richard and Cheri said, look, we have some folks that can really use some help. And this is the foundation. This is where it all starts. I don't know what I was thinking when I said, okay, I'll do it.
Because you love us.
Richard and Cheri twisted my arm. But what we're offering it to you for, if you go to the website, focusorfailure.com/WCN, you can download your free template. It's going to ask you all the questions I would ask you over the phone. It's going to help you build your value proposition statement, and you get all of that because they're just such great people, and they're going to owe me big for this when we're done. All right. So, but yeah, that's what the long and the short of it is. We're gonna take care of your clients. Now, this is as I understand, you guys have this up limited time. Was that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
7 days from? Is that how long you want that up there?
Well, you told me, so
I think we agreed on.
I thought it was till next week. Yeah,
so 7 days.
It's a way to get it for free. I mean, now when you get there, of course, I'm in business, right? So if you like that, we can do a done for you funnel program, and the introductory price that's on there, we have that for you. And if they need to move further on, I think you guys have your academy offer as well, right?
Oh, we do. We have a lot of great opportunities for individuals to definitely tap into building a funnel system and grow their business, and learn how to actually use social media to drive that traffic to their business. Because that's the thing. You have a funnel, which is most likely on your website, where your capture form is. And how do we get people there? We have to have that way to get them to take action onto a website. So using social media is a great way to drive that traffic and get the individuals that are definitely attracted to you on social media, so you are bringing that ideal client in to opt into your offer. And that's why offer a lot of different training, like with our academy, and we'll be putting that information out there as well. All the information that we're sharing today that Scott had mentioned, the focusorfailure.com/WCN with the free offer, we'll put on our So Social Radio Show page on Facebook, as well as our SoSocialRadioShow.com webpage. We'll make sure you have a link there that you can go and find out more about Scott. And definitely